Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. In this series, I will show you how to use HLOOK function in Excel, but not just the basic way. So we'll combine HLOOKUP and drop-down lists and row function to build a dynamic interactive result. By the end of this video, you will understand how to extract a full column of data automatically. So with that, let's quickly get started. So we'll be using this data set for our practice. So these are data set that we're using for our practice, and the data set contain the left hand side contain the month range from January to December, which is the first section, and the second section is January to the month of June, and the header contain the sale person, Abdul Rashid, Miriam, Michael. So quickly inside the table we have value representing performance. So our goal is simple. We want to select a name and automatically return all the months for that person. So with that, let's quickly get started. So to make this interactive, I will use data validation rule. So quickly, I'll go to my data ribbon. We select the data validation. Then I'll select the list. Then we select the source, which is the range. So quickly, I'll select all the sale person. You hold your shift, then you move it with your right button arrow, boom. Then you press your enter, boom. So then we click on OK, boom, it works. So let's quickly confirm. So our validation is active. We have the sale person, Aminu, Miriam, Michael, and the rest. So our validation is active. So with that, now let's proceed. So these are the month range. We have January to December, which is the first section. We also have another section, which is January to the month of June. So with that, let's quickly get started. Let us use HLOOKUP to extract the value of each sale person from this our table. Now, this is the month of January, and these are first sale person from the list. So we have different sale person, so we can use anyone. So let's write our HLOOKUP formula. So this is our HLOOKUP formula. So the next is our lookup value. So our lookup value is what? Our selected sale person, which is what? Victor. Then you put your comma. Now the next, we select the entire table array, but don't forget that we are looking for what? We are searching for the month of what? January. January is the first, but we need to select the entire table array. So quickly, let's select the entire table array. Boom. So quickly, you put your comma. So the next is the what? Is the row index. The row index is what? Is starting from what? The row index is what? January. And January is starting from what? Row 2. So quickly, we are putting our 2 here as our what? As our row index value. Then you put your comma, then exact match. So before we close our formula, we need to add the word $sign here. So quickly, let's add our $sign here. 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 Then we close our our formula. Boom, it works. So quickly, let me break down the formula. So this first $sign here is the table, is the lookup value. So is the selected name, and this is our table array. These are table array, and these are what? These are our row index, and these are what? Our exact match. So let me explain the $sign. The $sign is used to look up a cell reference. For example, we had the $sign here. The reason is because we are locking the selected name. This means that when we drag the formula down, Excel will always refer to the same cell. But if we do not use $, Excel will change it from L1 to L2 and also to L3, and the formula will break. Same rule also apply to our table range. We also add $, here. We also add $, here. So we lock it so that the table does not move when copying the formula. So, but for this, remain constant, which are where our month is starting from, which is January, and is starting from row 2. So we enter. Boom. So this is just a short explanation on how the HLOOKUP work on the on the row value. So this is how HLOOKUP works. So quickly now, let's check the selected name and see if it's working perfectly. You can see, you notice for Victor, boom, you can see it works perfectly. So the next, now let's complete the other value now for the rest entry. So let's just drag it down. Boom. But we notice that there is repetition in our value. You can see there's repetition in our value. If we switch our value, now you can see we have repetition in our value. So, but the best part is, let us just observe one thing and see. This is for February. Let's change this value here to 3. Let's do something. Okay, for Temi, we notice that it's correct, but this is not the best practice. So the best practice is, let us just delete this. So the best practice is, we are using our row function to make it look perfect. So quickly, let's go to our formula again. So we'll remove our 2, then we write our row function, then press your tab. Now we select our reference. Our reference cell is January, which is on row 2. Then we close our value. So quickly, we just press our enter. Boom, it worked. So we have already added our row index, our row function to the formula. So with that, now let's drag it down now and confirm the effect. Boom, it works. We notice that the effect now works perfectly, and this is the best practice way of using the HLOOKUP and row function together. So with that, now let's select another salesperson and see the effect. Boom, it works. You can notice. Let's check. Boom, it works. For Miriam, January, it worked perfectly. So in a real world scenario, this technique can be used to build a dynamic report whereby user can select different category and instantly view the result, and it is especially useful in dashboard. So if you find this video useful, please like, comment and subscribe to my channel. In the next video, we'll learn XLOOKUP, which is more powerful than HLOOKUP. Before we end this video, this is the what it asks for you to do. So thank you so much for watching, and stay tuned for the next video.